Mm-hmm.
Um, so what's up? So what do you think about men who ask women like, "What do you bring to this table?"
Have you been asked that in person?
Yes, and I walked away.
You walked away. Was it a date or was it just someone randomly asking you that?
So it was a while back, but then I heard a friend of mine experiencing something, but I dealt with it, about 10 years. We were already in a relationship, and it's just, yeah, he asked that question.
Wait, so you were in a
And I
relationship?
didn't feel like I was a student then, you know.
So you were in a
Um,
relationship with this person for 10 years who asked you that question?
no, for 10 years, 10 years ago.
Oh, 10
I was
years
asked
ago.
that question, yeah. And a friend of mine recently, she went out on a date and she mentioned that. And so it brought that memory. And I don't know if it is like normal for a guy to ask that question.
Not
For me, it
necessarily.
wasn't. So I walked away.
Gotcha. Not necessarily. Uh, Cece, I think the people in your live are speaking through you right now. It sounds like somebody who would be in your chat talking. Uh, the problem is people are chronically online and they're bringing the online talking points to real life. It wasn't so long ago that I used to tell people these online conversations aren't real until I started to experience them in real life. And I said, oh, it's working its way into like mainstream society. So, like, the male version of that is like a woman asking us, do we believe in 50-50?
It's the same.
The same thing. Not that it's the same topic, it comes from the same place, which is you wouldn't have asked that had you not been online seeing other people talk about it,
Mm,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
So it's a foolish thing. I'm at the point, if you bring any online talking points to me, I immediately disqualify you. Because I ain't got time for that. Because you already shown me you don't think for yourself.
Yeah. This just brought, like, so for me, so at that time I was a college student, and that was the beginning of the end for me
Mm-hmm.
because it is insulting, you know. And since then, so I went to the other extreme. Like, so anytime that I see a red flag, I don't even entertain it. That's it. I don't, say anything bad necessarily, but I just don't want to continue. But a friend of mine, she recently just told me the guy said the same thing to her.
Right.
And I'm like, well, is it like a normal thing that guys ask stupid ass question? Like, I'm sorry.
How did she react when she was asked that question? Do you know?
She's gonna give him a second chance. And, my feedback to her is if a man asks you that question, that means he looks down on you. To have the audacity to ask that question is like hurtful.
Gotcha. I hear
Yeah.
you. I don't think it necessarily means that. A lot of time it just means that that's what they saw online and they're just parroting it, right? Um, it's kind of like a red pill talking point. But again, it is the equivalent to the 50-50 conversation. It's both are annoying, right? So I'm sure men are annoyed hearing the 50-50 question. It's like, what are we talking about? So, do you know how she answered it? I would be
Uh,
curious to know that.
Excuse me?
Do you know how she answered the question?
Like to him?
Yeah.
She, 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 I don't think she told me the full story, but I know she said, like, I'm gonna give him a chance. But for me, why would you want to give a chance to someone who has insulted you? And I mentioned it to her that I had dealt with that during college and I walked away. I'm not judging her, but
Gotcha.
to me, if a person has a guts feels comfortable to ask a lady during a dating time, I don't know what else he would be feeling comfortable to say.
Gotcha. You know how she met him?
Online dating.
Gotcha. That's the first problem.
She said it was Christian online dating or
Well,
something.
it doesn't matter. They're all the same.
Mm,
They're all the same. So, yeah, I mean, you're going to have a higher likelihood of dealing with that when you are dating via a dating app for sure. For sure.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I agree too. It's a annoying question to be asked. And just like all of these other online questions that go viral and we seem to not be able to stop talking about for some reason, are annoying when they make it to real world experiences. But wouldn't be wrong to disqualify somebody for that reason, to be honest.
I think it should be a disqualifying. I think, especially in dating, that happened to me when I was in a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, within a year of the relationship is when that came about, and that hurt me, and that was the beginning of the end. And I was a lot younger,
Right.
about 10 years ago. And so, currently, if a man has the audacity to ask me that stupid question, certainly I would walk away. And I was recommending that to her, just, if you feel comfortable, like, while you're dating, I'm not sure what else he would say. But,
Right.
yeah, but she said, like, man asked that. He's just probably, wanting to know. I'm just like, wait a minute. What do you bring to the table? That
Right.
hurts.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, love. Well, I appreciate the
So it's a
question.
deal breaker, right?
I mean, it's case by case basis. So it's one for you, it seems. But I mean, other people may not think the same way.
Yeah.
But it's not like somebody wouldn't be wrong if they entertained that. I would like to see what else they may say, right? Like, where does that come from? Those are the kind of questions I would ask. Oh, what made you ask that? I want to see how people think so I can see if you're stupid or not. Most people are. So, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
disqualifier if you want it to be a disqualifier for sure.
Okay. Can I ask one more question? Or
Sure, go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay. So now, aside from my friend, my thing, is it okay for a man, for a lady? Let me ask this. So English is not my first language, just so I'm from Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay to say the person that I want to date or I want to be in a relationship with to be in a financial position either equal to me or above?
Yes. What is the thought process behind that? Why is that something you desire?
So the way I see, I put, myself through a lot, education, whatever, and
Right.
I am in a position where in the event something happened to whoever my man is going to be, I should be able to take care of both of us, and I would expect the same.
That's fair.
So if he's not, you know what I mean?
That's fair. I mean, that checks out logically. So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah. But so the feedback I'm getting is like that's being shallow.
No, shallow is all about your reasoning behind it. You have a strong reasoning behind it. Again, I always want to get to like the why behind people say what they say or do
That's
what they do.
the why. It is not
Yeah.
about status. It's not about
But
anything.
but you see how somebody else can have that same expectation but have a different reason for it, right?
Yeah.
And then they would have a shallow reason, but your reason isn't necessarily shallow. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so that makes sense. That checks out.
All right. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
No problem, dear. Best of luck to you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, all right. I feel like she's Ethiopian. Yeah, she said she was Ethiopian. How to get over a dismissive avoidant? I mean, same way you get over anyone, right? You don't talk to them no more. You go no contact. Block them. Hold a funeral, dress in black, the whole 9 yards. Do what you have to do. Just time. A lot of people want to get over somebody immediately. It's like you got to go through the grief. You got to go through the grief. Can't avoid it. I love to block folks for peace. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah, people try to what's the fastest way to get over this person? It's like, yeah. The fastest way is for you to actually grieve, for you to feel the emotions that you associate with the experience. A lot of people try to suppress those emotions, and guess what? That slows down the healing process. So that's the slowest way to get over a person, is to avoid feeling those bad feelings. But if you are courageous enough to feel them, it will not expedite the process, but at least not slow it down. It won't slow it down. Again, people, if you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships, you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I will bring you up and solve your issue. Let's get the likes up and the shares up, people. Get some more folks in here, if you don't mind. Damn, back is bothering me. Hannah, you at the gym? Should I be upset that my lady started therapy without informing me? I don't think so. That's not something I would be concerned about, honestly. Why? Let's get to the root of it, though. Why does that bother you? I just got home from the gym. What's the results looking like? Were you leaning down, Hannah? If so, how many you done dropped? How many LBs off that frame, love? Tiffany, what's going on? I see you lurking. Supposed to be engaged in the chat, Tiffany. What we doing? What we doing? You know what we talked about? I have like so many stories in my head just from like clients, and then also this live. I feel like it's going to explode. It's going to explode. Full Megamind levels. You feel me? Full Megamind levels. Who's coming to Dallas? Any new people coming to Dallas, or we got the same old crew? Same OG. She may need help to deal with you. You think she's going to therapy to deal with him? It's possible. Y'all got a lot of conflict in a relationship. Do you think women should date up age-wise? Not should, it's if they want to. I don't think it really makes that much of a difference, to be honest. A little not necessarily upset, but you thought we had a point that we can be transparent with each other. So how did you find out she was in therapy? Did she tell you? No one's like fully transparent also. How long have y'all been together? Are you afraid she's going to leave you after therapy or something? That is a real fear. How do I not make the first date like an interview? Good question. Don't ask questions. Don't ask so many questions. Just make your goal to have a good time, not necessarily to figure everything out about that person. Does reuniting ever work? Ariana, you better not be asking a question that pertains to your ex. I feel like you've asked different variations of this question over the last year. Yes, it does when both parties have grown. Most of the time, no, it does not. It's also the why behind it, right? So if you're in a situation where you left the person because y'all weren't a good fit and you're having a problem finding somebody else, that is not a good reason to go back to a previous connection. I just had a client in that situation. Don't do that. That's the wrong reasoning to go back to somebody. Chose to walk away and don't want to go back, but I'm still grieving. How do I move through it? You just got to feel it. That's it. Don't talk to the person. Don't look at old pictures, old text threads, nothing. Again, pretend like they've died. Hold a funeral for them in your head. Sing Take Me to the King, all that kind of shit, right? Really sell it. Release. Molly, what's going on? I started going to static environments. It got me a date next week. That's what I'm talking about. Miles, can we get a screenshot of Monty's comment? I've had so many people like tell me like I've been doing static environments and this shit really works. And I'm like, I'm telling y'all, man. I'm at that chapter in the book right now on static environments. I'm making it real meaty for y'all. Pause, CJ, if he's watching. You know how CJ gets. The questions you should ask should be fun and out of curiosity, not just seeing if they meet your checklist. Thank you, Hannah. Perfect articulation of that point. Sure, you want to be genuinely curious about the person, not necessarily seeing if they fit into this box you like to place them in. He tested again? So he's struggling out here too, huh? He's struggling out here too. I see. What are some examples of static environments? Any environment where you see the same people over and over again. I'm gonna have to make some content on it because I thought people would just like extrapolate from there, but I think people really want like a list. I'm like, any environment where you see the same people over and over again. I don't know how else to say it. Co-ed sports leagues, different clubs, hobbies, right? You go to the gym every day at the same time, syncing up on other people's schedules. That's a static environment, right? Those are all static environments. All static environments. This live is technically a static. It's like a mixture of the two. There's like a solid 150 people or so who show up every time I go live. So you see the same people over and over again. You can interact with them. We're all going to Dallas, where a chunk of us are going to Dallas and meeting in person. So we're taking the digital static environment and then leading it into the real world. Yeah, that's a smart move, Danny. Maybe, but that is going to be included in the book. We're going to really go deep on static environments in the book. Got a full strategy laid out. So all y'all got to do is execute the plan. As long as you execute the plan, you'll be in a good place. Taking all the thinking out of this shit for the most part. Are you Christian? I am. You see the fruit? You see it? You see it? Hey. Who doesn't like it meaty? All right. It is Saturday night, isn't it? Started going to a karaoke bar every weekend. Nice. I've never done karaoke, actually. We need a list. We got to break it down for the people. I see. Are love connections actually happening here? What do you mean? 95% of women in here? Nope, that's not true. This live is about 69% women. The men just don't talk because y'all scare them. There's such an overwhelming amount of women in here. Remember, this live was for men exclusively, and women kept showing up. So I said, fuck it. What's your question? And here we are. Ladies' night. Come to California, we have a real crisis here. Crisis of what? Like singleness? I was talking to a woman from California. Old PYT. She told me, a beautiful girl too. Mwah. But she told me that she thinks that there's so many beautiful women in California that it's just the grass is greener approach is affecting the men there. But that was her talking. I'm sure if I talked to the guys, they would have their own complaints. Their own complaints, for sure. What's your heritage? I'm blackity black. Because I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I'm blackity black to black, y'all. I'm not African. I'm technically African, but black. Any men in California, age 34, 45, 5'10" and up, lean in the static environment? Why lean? You got to give that shit up. What do you mean lean? See, you got to give up that auntie mentality, man. Y'all aunties be a trip. Be putting the emphasis on aesthetics. Leanness is likely a young man's sport. That age range you just listed, lean is like the antithesis of that. And the ones who are such outliers. They're probably having their way out here. So you said this was a static environment, so I'm wondering if people have connected. Oh, well, I'm taking myself out of that equation because I cannot confirm or deny. But I'm sure people have. I'm sure people have. I don't know. I have some male clients who watch this live. They don't really need this live for that. I won't name any names, but it's like they shoot in other places. They shoot in other spaces. Because we're trying to understand y'all. I hear that. I try to give y'all as much. I agree with her. Oh, for California? Got you. If y'all hit that, there should be a button you can hit on the, it might be up here somewhere. And it shows like a list of people. It doesn't show you everyone, but it will show you some people who are watching. Depends on how many people are in. We got 234 people in here right now. You're not going to see a long list. You may see like 30 or 40-ish people who are actively watching. So go check it out and see if you can find somebody. DM them. Shoot your shot. What you say? I'm not African. Ariana, I'll be on your lives. Like, what are they talking about? Because y'all go from like your native tongue back to English, and just some woman in your life was doing it, or you were in her live, like going back and forth between her native tongue and then English. I'm like, oh shit, I can't keep up. So lean isn't for 30 and up. I'm being hyperbolic, but I mean statistically, it's going to be, the numbers aren't high. The numbers aren't high. You know, when you go to the gym, like if you're someone who goes to the gym regularly, it's like you create this impression that there's way more fit people than there really are. Depending on what gym you go to, because a lot of gyms just got a bunch of heavyset people walking around. But in real life, go to a theme park, go to the mall. How many lean people above 30 do you see? It ain't many. It ain't many. Why did you say not African like that? Is it a curse? No, it's just people always think I'm like Ethiopian or something, which I don't mind. I love it actually. But I'm not. So, oh, you got top tier clients. Funny, that's the thing that surprised me when I first started coaching. A lot of attractive guys. There's a client who I have who's literally a male model. Well, I had. He's not a client anymore because it ended, right? Literally a male model. And he owns like a popular fashion brand in another country that I will not name to protect his identity. And he came to me because he was like, I want to date models. That's what he told me. He was like, I want to date models. And I was looking at him, I'm like, what's the problem? I don't understand. You're a model. Why can't you date models? So, a lot of internal shit to unpack. So we unpacked it. Got him right. Got him right. But yeah, people from all walks of life struggle with this shit. The hardest male clients to work with are male clients who get no women. Those are the hardest ones. Same thing with women. Women who get no men. It's so hard to get someone from 0 to 1. That jump is damn near impossible because there's really something up here holding them back. I can get you from 1 to 10 damn near. But to get you from 0 to 1, that's quite the feat. That's quite the feat. Men typically enter their physical prime 30, 35 regarding strength. Right. I've never been lean in my life, never been troubles with the ladies. Yeah, it's not a necessity at all. I'm fat and dated 3 models. They're actually easier than regular chicks. Really? How would you explain that? How soon should a guy? I've never been around a model before. Not like a real one, not like an Instagram photo shoot type shit, but like published. How soon should a guy set up a date after meeting? I don't want to talk too much before the date. After meeting. So you met him in person and then he got your number? After the number exchange, I would say 1 to 2 weeks. Max 2 weeks. And if you don't set the date up, I will move on, to be honest. I thought you were Ethiopian. I mean, I'm not, but I'll play one on TV. Why do men stare and not approach? Fear, most of the time, or they're in a relationship already. Do the mods get first dibs access to your database? No, you do not. I don't reveal clients. Unfortunately. Good looking guys, though. Not all of them. Some chopped suey, as Keanu would say. Super chopped. I was like, you sure you want to do this? I'm thinking of one in particular. That motherfucker. I was like, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. He ain't give me nothing to work with. I'm like, bro, you look how you look. And that's okay. But we gotta have something. We gotta have something. You know one thing people don't talk about when it comes to like romance and like dating? How important admiration is. Admiration is incredibly important. To have something that another person can admire about you. That's why I tell men to build themselves so that they can have something to admire. This is also why when you put yourself in a static environment and you come across a guy who you're not really feeling like that, but then the more you talk to him, the more he may win you over, is because through that extended interaction, you may find something to admire about him. And then that plants the seed of attraction. You need some degree of admiration. I think that's a requirement for love. Admiration. I had the models with the spreadsheet. He's not in America, love. And he already got him a fine team. He already got him some pressure. So you missed out. You missed out, unfortunately. What's up, Ladybug? Why are you so against online dating? I don't really want to keep talking about online dating. Have you seen me explain it before here? I explain it every live. It gets tiring. Whoa. Okay. I guess I'll talk about it. Someone else answer the question. Someone answer it in the chat. Chat, why am I against online dating? Just list out some reasons. I feel like I'm at a concert and y'all singing my song and shit. Sing that shit. Just holding the mic out. Right. People are lazy on dating apps. You can't date someone who's actively shopping. Yeah, the worst people to date are people who are actively shopping. So people who are actively looking for it. That's a big reason. They're usually entertaining multiple people at once. Yep, the app themselves encourage people to date multiple people at a time. So any person you match with, assuming they're desirable, is probably talking to 5 to 10 other people. A lot of people on dating apps are using the dating apps to escape something, either a previous relationship, they're trying to get over an ex, they're trying to look for validation, they're bored and just want to see who they can match with. It is a huge waste of time. Most of them just want to hook up, right? Somebody said, what about social media? Social media is an improvement from dating apps for sure. It's an improvement, absolutely, but nothing's gonna beat that static environment shit. Meeting in person, nothing's gonna beat that. Nothing's gonna beat that. But yeah, social media is an improvement because the intention is different. Damn it, ignore that, Jess. I was trying to accept somebody else, but they dropped. Again, if you have a question that y'all want to ask on the call, you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I'll bring you up. I prefer to date someone and have the origin story be that I approached her and expressed my interest. Cool. Old school dating in person. Because you have to also consider that when you understand human nature and our flaws, we're really bad at having too many choices. The book Paradox of Choice talks about this. We're really bad at having a lot of options. So when we have a lot of options, it increases the odds that we will become dissatisfied with whatever option we pick. And then in addition to that, it increases the odds that we make no choice. We make no choice at all. So dating apps, because you can just literally log onto the app and just match with somebody else immediately, it influences you in a way where you start to look at people as commodities, easily replaceable, not actual people with their own inner world and desires. You don't want to get to that point. So even though some people do get married off dating apps, I understand that. Obviously. Still, doesn't negate the point. What's the book? The Paradox of Choice. In person, they ask for my number but don't message. Why? When you say in person, where are you going? Like, where are you meeting them? Where are you meeting them? Because the environment that you meet people in definitely matters. It definitely matters. Yo,
Yo, what's good, brother?
what's up, Chief?
Chilling. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. What can I do for you, bro?
I want to know what you can do for me, bro, because I just send it, like, randomly, and I get to the line just to say hi. That's it.
I got you, bro. All right.
Huh?
I gotta take you down, big dog. Just for questions, big dog. You say hi in the chat. What was that about? Where this cough just came from? Miles, I don't appreciate y'all leaving him up after he said that. I think I have a reason. I think I know why you left him up. Normally y'all fast than that. Don't be leaving people up because you find them to be physically attractive. Get them the fuck out of here when they come here with that bullshit. Talking to you, CC. Get them the fuck out of here when they come here with that bullshit, regardless of what they look like. Where's Danny? Danny definitely ain't here. Danny and CJ definitely aren't here. Danny with a fucking headshot. I'm blaming just CC. I'm not blaming the rest of y'all. CC got a pink slip coming. She got a pink slip coming. She don't know it. In the printer right now. Go ahead and sign right there for me, baby. That box right there to your left. Put your shit in it. Get out. Have you ever seen anyone like walk out of a job with a box with their shit in it? I always seen that on TV. Silver boxes? Really? There was a coworker I had. He had like a lot of Star Wars like figurines in his office, like hella shit in his office. Like I'm like, are you trying to live here? I'm playing, Moz. Y'all are good. I'm just fucking with y'all. He had like a lot of stuff in his office, little cubicle. And I'm like, I don't want you to get fired, but I do want to see what that would look like because I know that back and forth of carrying all this shit out gotta be embarrassing. Gotta be embarrassing. I had working at Geico. When you work at Geico? What are your thoughts on walking dates? I've never done a walking date. I know some guys do it, but I've never done one. I mean, I don't think anything's wrong with it. I don't think I would do it if I was a woman. Talk about zero effort. This cough is getting on my nerves. But like you could be a little bit creative with a walking date. Like let's walk somewhere serene, right? So like going to a museum is technically a walking date, you know? Like you can do cheap shit, but like just do it in a way where it seems like botanical garden. I've done that before. But just like on the sidewalk, that's what I'm thinking about. You pressing the crosswalk button. All right, baby, nothing's coming. Let's walk. Like it don't make sense to me. It's the goldfish snacks. It might be. That's why I think when people say walking day, I'm thinking they're on a sidewalk, and he's not even following the sidewalk rule. I don't know. I've never done it. Never thought about doing it. Because it don't sound fun to me. I'm trying to like enjoy whatever I do with a woman on a date. Going on a walk. I don't think I would enjoy that. Walking on the beach. That would be nice. But at that point, you're just going on the beach. And maybe you walk when you get there. So it's like packaged differently, you know? It can be enjoyable. I don't doubt that. I'm sure it can be enjoyable to a certain degree, but I think the environment is what will make it enjoyable unless the person is like really dope. I'm gonna get some water when I get off here. I don't want to get it right now and pause everything. If it gets too bad, I'll just log off. Like I'll meet in the corner and start walking. Right, that's how I'm thinking about it. Or you want like on the treadmill. On the treadmill. I joked with one of my gym bays in the past. We should go on a treadmill date, and I have like a candle lit treadmill date. 10 incline. Just put a candle right in the front. Very romantic. That sounds like such a German date. We will walk now. Right. That don't sound appealing to me. My like chill date was always getting coffee or something like that. I had a whole that was like that's something I teach guys in my texting ebook. I had a whole process. So I would go to the coffee shop and then take a picture of what I got from the coffee shop and then send it to Shorty like a day or two before the date. And then make some joke about how I had to go see if it was still worth going to, whatever. And then kind of played up how good it is. I just sent that same picture to hella people. Hella people. Dad, what are you talking about? Hella people. Yes, I think I still got a picture. Hold on. I'm sure I still have it. I got to frame that motherfucker. It always got a positive response. Hello. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. What can I do for you?
Good. So I was the one that asked about getting over dismissive avoidant. So I'm new to like the attachment styles and understanding what those are.
Okay.
And I found that I am anxiously attached. And yeah, so he was a dismissive avoidant. So yeah, my question is, since I'm new to understanding like what it is, I really would like to become secure.
Okay.
I am in therapy. I have been for a while now. I recently got a new therapist, which I'm excited about. She seemed a lot more intentional.
Okay.
So yeah, but I am so nervous about entering into something else in the future. Because I do feel as though my anxiety contributed to like the breakdown of the relationship. So how do I know like I'm secure before attempting to enter into something else in the future? Will I know?
No, because you can't heal your attachment wounds in isolation. You can only really do that in relationship. You can increase your capacity, but you can't like not be anxious. You can't like move to secure. A lot of people think they can, and they'll call into this show and they'll be like, "I'm secure now." I'm like, "How do you know that?" And they were like, "Well, I read books and I'm going to therapy." I'm like, "That's not how that works." Until you get into an environment where you can be triggered, which is a relationship or a romantic connection that is emotionally and psychologically significant, you will not know.
Okay.
Now, there are things you can do to create the environment to where you take a bit of the pressure off. So in your previous relationship, hold on, before I get to that, this was the picture chat that I was saying. That was the picture I was saying. Okay, anyway, so your previous relationship, how long were y'all together?
More of a situationship, 2 years.
2 years.
I was married prior to that for 4 years.
Okay.
So yeah, he was like this last relationship was my first one after like post-divorce.
Gotcha. All right. It's 2 years situationship.
Yeah.
During that situationship, like how did you feel your time outside of the romantic connection?
Oh, well, I'm a mother.
Okay.
I have 2 girls.
Nice.
So that I work full time. I'm in school. So I have things outside of, him, I guess. I did.
Okay, so you 2 children. How old are your girls?
7 and 4.
Okay, young. Nice. So, mother, 2 young girls. You say you go to school, so you didn't have a lot of free time.
Not a ton.
Okay. So how do you feel like your anxiousness negatively impacted the relationship or the situationship?
Well, I had a lot of grace for him because he doesn't have children. So him stepping into a situation, you know, where I have two, I kind of wanted things to progress. I mean, I've been married, so it's like if we're doing this, let's do it. And he was a little more hesitant. He wanted to take his time, but after a while, you know, the question comes up of commitment. And are we together or not? So I think that pressure on him kind of, I mean, my anxiety around that, around, you know, essentially being chosen. I hate to say it that way, but that's what it was. So that was a part of it.
And how did that concern or fear manifest into the relationship? Like behaviorally, what were you doing based on that fear that you had or desire?
I mean, I brought it up a lot. Well, to me, it wasn't a lot, but he said that it was a lot.
What is a lot? Like what was the frequency or the cadence?
I mean, maybe once a month.
Once a month for 2 years?
Yeah. I mean, so we kind of made it. I won't say that the entire thing was a situationship. So this past February, Valentine's Day, we did take a trip to Cancun. That was kind of where we made it official. Like, it wasn't like he asked, but we kind of like knew. And then after that, things just kind of went left.
How did they go left?
Yeah, it's really toxic after that. So
in what way?
He started to pull away. Things that I noticed in the beginning, he wasn't doing anymore, like sharing his location when he goes places. He stopped doing that. Checking in as often. Like, things just started to change, and I would ask more questions. So now I'm wondering where you are, what are you doing? The consistency is not the same. So I think that created some pressure because I needed the reassurance, and, you know, he didn't like the pressure. I hope I'm making sense.
Sure. So had he been not changed up his behavior, you don't think that you would have been just fine in the connection?
I think so. Well, yeah, I think so. I probably would have been okay.
Why was he sharing his location?
Okay, don't judge me. He was a truck driver. Well, is a truck driver. And I know the stigma around those. But he would share his location, like when he would do long distances and things like that. But he started the relationship like that, like when I met him. So he was doing this within like the first 2 weeks. So it kind of like, to me, it set a standard. That's what I thought.
What led to him actually sharing his location initially?
I don't know. I didn't ask him to.
Okay, good.
He just wanted.
Good. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't really feel like you would have a big problem, even with being anxious. You don't seem extremely anxious. Try to gauge like how anxious somebody is, because there's levels to this shit. There are some anxious people where it's like, if you really do just communicate with them, golden. There ain't that much of an issue. There's other anxious people, I don't care how much communication there is, they gonna find a problem. They gonna find some shit to complain about. So you sound like the former, not the latter.
Okay.
So this is more so an issue of who you chose to be with. If you're anxious, no long distance.
Right.
No long distance if you're anxious.
Okay.
So unless the person is like secure, which good luck finding one that you're actually attracted to. It's very rare population. I wouldn't do long distance. But yeah, has this been like a consistent pattern for you of like previous relationships?
Oh, I've only had one other serious relationship, which was my marriage. We were together from I was 18. We divorced when I was 26. We got married when I was 22.
Why'd y'all get divorced?
So it's pretty much. I'm sorry.
Why'd y'all get divorced?
He was a serial cheater.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's where the anxiety started.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like you will have much of a problem, though, to be honest with you. I don't think so, based on what you said. Because even like, I brought it up once per month. Like, I get that. It's a 2-year-long situationship. Like, what are we doing? So I understand that. I don't think the problem would be you allowing yourself to keep bringing it up every month. That's the real problem. Problem isn't you bring it up every month. The problem is like, when are you going to just have the awareness that even having to bring it up this frequently means this is probably the wrong connection for you.
Okay.
Right. So that's from that situation is once you find out you and that person aren't in alignment, just move on. Because you kind of set yourself up to be with a dismissive avoidant because you gave him so much time to commit. When men like really like you and they're emotionally available, which is another important thing, you're not gonna be waiting that long for commitment.
That's what I said.
You're just not going to be waiting that long. So either they don't like you like that or they're emotionally unavailable. So it's like they do like you like that, but they just are commitment phobic or something, which it doesn't matter because if they are, you can't be with them for real, which you've just learned. Even when you did get what you want, on the back end of that, it wasn't what you wanted. You started pulling away and doing all the weird stuff, right? So you have to just learn to leave situations once you see that the person is not in alignment. That don't mean when a person becomes annoying or you don't like something. When you're not in alignment, that's a compatibility thing. Not in alignment from like a macro perspective. Like we don't want the same things. We don't have the same values. This person's not treating me the way I want to be treated. They don't have the character that I want to be with. Character is one people don't think about, but it's one of the most important things to focus on. I always tell people to vet for character. The way that you do that is when behavior has become a pattern and you've addressed it, map that behavior to a character trait. Because once you can label somebody with a character trait, you can anticipate how they're going to behave. Liars will lie, cheaters will cheat. Okay, guaranteed. See, someone has lied to you multiple times, they're going to continue doing that. It is a part of their character. People don't think like that. You got to think like that. It gives you very strong predictive power. Okay, so yeah, you made those slight adjustments, you'll be fine. How did you meet him, by the way?
I went out one night. There's a local lounge in my city, so we met there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. So you do have like a social life?
I do.
Good. Well, yeah.
Yeah, meeting men is not an issue. It's just once I'm like into you, I'm into you.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got to pay attention. You got to know that about yourself.
Yeah.
Because you know you have a tendency not to leave once you get really invested. So we got to really pay attention to character and things like that. So you don't, because once you cross a certain threshold when you're anxious like that, it's so hard to leave. So just really make sure that you pay attention to people at the beginning, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Thank you.
No problem, dear. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. She low-key sounds like a wife, too. Does she not? Sounded very pleasant. It's weird how you can pick those little things up about people. Sounds like she got cinnamon rolls in the oven right now. Babe, I made these for you. Cinnamon rolls already? Cinnamon rolls. My favorite. That's my favorite dessert. Baby shouldn't have. Right? People got that vibe to them. All right, who we got next?
Did I cancel? Did I do something?
You requested. Did you mean to come up?
Oh my God! No!
It's too late. It's too late. You're here now, baby. Come on in.
No, I'm not. I don't
Come on
wanna
in.
be.
Come on in. Join the party. Yeah.
Hi.
Dance with me. Dance
I
with
wanna
me.
dance with you.
Yeah. All right, love. You didn't have a question or nothing?
No, I was just listening and then I decided to give you a rose because I like your content.
Oh, I appreciate it, love. That love is
Yes.
that rose is definitely appreciated.
You are one of the positive brothers that I watch, and most of because you are looking for solutions. You are offering solutions,
Right.
and because you're offering solutions, that is very attractive to me.
There we go. There we go.
Okay?
I appreciate
Okay.
you, love.
So
More
I'm
roses.
on the outskirts looking in. I'm on the outskirts. I am not for prime time.
I got you. I'll take you down. But I appreciate you, all right?
Okay, take care.
All right, bye. Shout out to Rare Essence, man. Shout out to Rare Essence with the kind words and the rose. How much a rose is? A cent? Like 1 cent, right? Can't wait to spend that. Cece, what are you saying yes to? What's you over there doing? His family paid his bills. Asked out questions out of curiosity. Why he took it personally? What question did you ask? And what tone did you use? Tone did you use in questions? Why they paying your bills? Was it like that? Did it sound anything like what I just did? I can kind of see if it did. You kind of see why he would probably have a problem with that. CC got activated like a sleeper agent, right? Right. I think CC only exists on live. To be honest with you, I don't know if she's a real person. Can anyone confirm? Has anyone here ever seen CC in person? What's your take on long distance? It can work. It can work for sure. You gotta have a plan. That's the first thing. Like, you can't perpetually stay in a state of long distance. Like, you'll see people call into this live and like, I've been long distance for 3 years. 3 years? What are we talking about? No, once you enter into a long distance relationship, you're on the clock. You got about a year and a half before shit get weird. If we're talking about two desirable people, you super chop, do it for 10, who cares? But if you have any degree of desirability, you're going to have local options, and that's just going to be a problem. So, it's just going to be a problem. You got to be a good communicator. I also don't recommend it if you're anxiously attached, like I told the previous caller. Yeah, it's like the normal case of thing. The longer you wait, the higher the likelihood one person finds someone who they're attracted to locally, and then it's like, why am I dating you then? Because he or she looks good, and they're here. So why am I sitting here asking you to pop that pussy on FaceTime when I can just go to Sheila's house and get the real thing? Manny, what's happening?
Oh my God. No, I'm listening to what you're saying.
You're back.
You're saying that, look. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Why are you thinking about long distance? What you got going on?
I met somebody.
That was fast.
So crazy.
We was talking about the last dude ended. Done met somebody else.
God. No, this one is you won't believe where I met him.
Where'd you meet him?
Through TikTok.
No, TikTok is fine. So what's going on?
I've gotten on FaceTime with him and got to know him. He lives in Michigan. I'm in Chicago. So we've gotten on FaceTime. We've spent a lot of time on FaceTime, and he's like I guess like looking to meet me in the next in the next 2 weekends.
How long has it been since you met him?
What'd you say?
How long has it been since y'all like connected?
I mean, no, we literally just met through TikTok like a week ago.
He's already planning to meet? All right.
Your face.
Okay. All right. No judgment.
It's kind of crazy, but go ahead. What's your opinion?
No, like what's the vibe like when y'all get on FaceTime?
The vibe is cool. This is the thing. I'm 30 and he's 44.
Ooh. I see the urgency. It makes sense to me. He's on his way out.
Like his urgency?
Yeah, he's 44. And gray's popping up. Nuts is sagging. He got to find something fast.
Yeah.
So, What's the conversation been like with this 44-year-old?
And honestly, like pretty cool. Like, I mean, one, he's a therapist.
Uh-oh.
So
Uh-oh.
I don't know what that's like. Right. Have you ever dated a therapist?
My ex was a therapist, but she was in school for therapy. She wasn't actively a therapist.
And what was that like?
Oh, she got
Was that hard?
very annoying when she was in school. Oh my God. Conflict, annoying as fuck when she was in school. I remember I had to tell her one time, like, stop talking to me like I'm a client. Stop doing that shit. Talk to me like a regular person. Talk to me like a regular person. Don't talk to me like a client. That shit's annoying.
Yeah.
Like when I
that's
date nowadays as a coach, I don't use any of this shit when I'm talking to somebody. None of it. Not a lick. Unless I'm directly asked, I don't. Because I remember how I felt in that situation. I'm like, I ain't gonna make nobody feel like that. It's just annoying, and it feels like what's the word I'm looking for? Patronizing a little bit. Don't like it. But
Yeah.
so how long has he been single? Do you know?
I guess like about a year a year. It's been a year.
How long was it?
And he pretty much like told me that it lasted for a year, and it was with a lady who didn't share the kind of same spirituality as him, and so it just didn't work out. And he really is focused on that.
What spirituality?
I mean, like, just he's a Christian, and she wasn't. She was a lady that wasn't a Christian, I guess, or wasn't aligned in the same way as him, and that's really important to him.
Okay. Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I get it, but you kind of also know that when you just meet somebody, so, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. Thank you.
You kind of know that already. You know.
This is what's interesting. I totally agree with the whole, feeling patronized a little bit, or the conflict situation, which is one of the reasons. So we get on FaceTime every single day.
Mm-hmm.
We'll spend like 2 hours on FaceTime at night. But I've like seen him in different areas in his home. Like he doesn't, he has his own house. He doesn't have a family. He's a therapist. He works with kids. He's like, seems real cool. And right now he's like, and he works with, so I said he works with kids. He's taking care of his parents. Now, the thing is that I would have to like relocate to Michigan, and if I ever saw it down, working out, but I'm pretty anchored in Chicago. I do like Chicago a lot.
Hmm.
But I just was curious because I know that I do want to, I do care about like my business, but I also care about wanting a family and having a family. So I would make the move for the right person. But I asked him like, what does long distance look like to him? Because I've never done that, and I've never believed in it because I'm someone that really likes to, hug and be next to my man or ask him for help when I need him. Like, right. I don't really believe in just, relying on my man through the phone when I need him like here. So right. The problem is that I do like, I like him, he's cool, and I'm excited to meet him. Mm-hmm. I was looking at the chat. Everybody was saying it's too soon. But I feel like, I guess, when I'm out dating in the real world and I'm meeting people, those are, individuals that I'm meeting and going out on first dates the next week or the week after too. So it just didn't feel, I'm not afraid to meet up with people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. How would you... So you understand that he's 44. He wants to look after his parents. He like went to North Carolina to like take them to a family reunion, and like I've seen pictures of it. So it's not like he's a weirdo. He's a good guy. Okay. But like, what advice would you give to me to stay cautious about, and and do you feel like that applies what you were saying earlier about like if he found someone more closer to him, he'd be like, forget Manny?
No, long distance does work out. It's just is there urgency to close the gap? That's like a failure point. So, do y'all talk enough? Is there urgency to close the gap, and not like in a love bombing way, like move here next month, but just reasonable amount of urgency.
Yeah, I mean, he was explaining his plan, and yes, he does want to come to Chicago. Yeah, he was explaining how he has like 90 days throughout the year to like free days, I guess, to travel or to go do things, and he's willing to travel 3 hours going. He said that living in Michigan is not a big deal for him to actually just commute and come to Chicago or not on the weekends and make time. So I believe him with that.
How did he find you on TikTok? You don't really post, do you?
Okay, now this is what's so at first we really struggled with trust. Like I needed to know like if he was a real human. Uh-huh. This is gonna sound crazy because he didn't have a profile picture and his name was like not his name. So he messaged me and he asked me if I was real, and I was like, I'm not going to talk if you don't, send me a picture with my name on it, like on a piece of paper. So he ended up sending me a picture of his face with my name, like my username written on there. And then he told me like what he does for work and his age, and then gave me his number. And so we got on FaceTime, and then right there, we got to know each other. And yeah, we've just been spending a lot of time on FaceTime getting to know each other through that.
But like, how did he find your profile though? Like, because you don't really post.
It was on my other profile, the one that I usually get on.
Okay. And you post
Remember,
on that?
I don't get on this one because my friends will hop on the live and be like,
right.
Manny, what you doing?
Right, you told me.
So I get on this one to like talk about my life.
So you post on the other profile, on the other account?
Yeah, the other one I post videos.
That makes sense. I was making sure it wasn't speed dating, TikTok speed dating type of situation. All right, good. I'm glad to see that wasn't the case. 44-year-old therapist in Michigan. Chat, remember Shorty who was dating a guy who was a therapist? He kept complaining to her, and it turns out he was married with kids. How old was he? Where was he located? Does anybody remember? Make sure he does not find himself another victim. He's gotta make sure. I just gotta make sure he ain't locate you, Manny. He was in Cali? Okay. All right, you're safe. You're kind of safe.
No, yeah. I've seen him in his bedroom, in his yard, in his kitchen, like, I don't know, like at different times of the day. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have a family. I did look, so he works with kids. So I did a whole background check, and he's not a crazy person. That's the only reason why he even got a shot with me, because to even be able to work with kids and the school he works at and all that, you have to pass, those background checks and stuff. So that's why I'm like, okay.
Does he want kids?
Yeah, I do.
No, does he want kids?
Yeah, yes, he wants kids.
Has he ever been married?
No.
How long has he been a therapist?
I'm assuming all his life.
All his life. He's been a therapist. Okay.
Like since college.
Right.
Yeah, since college.
Do you know his longest relationship?
Yeah, I guess it was like, well, I can't remember now, but yeah, he's had a couple of, he said he's like had a lot of like 3 long relationships. One was like college, and then another one. But I have to get into that more, because I feel like when we talked about it at first, I didn't care too much, and then now it matters.
Yeah, I would be curious what his longest relationship was.
And then what should I ask him? He's black, by the way.
Just work it.
Gina's like, what's his ethnicity?
Just work it in the conversation. Remember, y'all gotta have some finesse with this shit. Don't make it sound like you're trying to find something out. Just, yeah, my longest relationship was like 7 years. It's tough when you're with somebody that long. Man, how long was yours? You want to kind of just work some shit in there organically. Don't make it seem like, so I was thinking, how long was your longest relationship? All right, put people on the defensive. So you ideally want them to just like organically share it with you because you shared that about yourself, and they're just following suit.
What
But
are some red flags about him being 44 without any kids and not married yet? And he is handsome. I'll give you that. I'll give him that. He's handsome.
certainly concerning.
You said what?
Certainly concerning to be 44, no kids, and if you want them. And you said that I haven't seen any kind of like big red flags. Like I'm projecting with the therapy shit, right? I'm partially joking.
Sorry.
The only thing that's kind of like yellowish is last relationship lasted a year, and it's because she wasn't a Christian. And it's like you're 44, so you already, how long have you been a Christian, right? So you should know going in that's not going to work if the person isn't a Christian as well. You know, that just doesn't sound like a good excuse to end a relationship. So that's the only thing that stands out. That and the fact that he's handsome and he's proactively reaching out to you on TikTok and it's long distance. That's also a yellow flag. You can do it, but let me tell you something. Right now. Men who DM you on social media tend to DM a lot of people. Not only DM.
I figured that.
In my heyday, these thumbs were in shape. Just DM, right? So you gotta just know that. Yeah, I promise you're not the special one where he was like, I've never DM'd anyone, but this one in the pink dress is just so alluring. I must do it. It's not how that works. It's not how that works. So it's the handsome thing that's like, I don't know. So it's the handsome thing, the therapist thing, the age, the distance, DMing on TikTok. Even though nothing by itself stands out, all of those little data points don't paint the best picture. They don't paint the best picture. All this little stuff. So y'all talk with each other for 2 hours every night on FaceTime. What are y'all talking about?
Like, we're getting to know each other. Like, he's like, he says that he's pursuing. Like, he's like, I want to make things work. I believe in yeah, I guess getting to a point where, you know, we could actually possibly, you know, be together. It says that's what his goal is. Now I'm just observing, or I'm like, you know, we're talking about
Nope, that's the biggest red flag.
We are.
That's the biggest red flag you said. That's the biggest red flag you said. Yeah, and it's only a big red flag because he's also a therapist. Doesn't make any sense. What do you mean?
Okay.
Why are you pursuing? Why are you pursuing so heavily? You haven't met this woman yet. No. That coupled with the expediency of like trying to like meet you really quickly.
Yeah.
And then talking to you every single day on FaceTime for 2 hours. Nope, I don't like it. Don't like it. I knew we were going to get there. It's too eager. It's almost like love bombing territory. Listen, I move fast too. Not like in relationships, but if I connect with someone long distance, I do see them relatively quickly. But it's like 2 months in, month and a half, 2 months in, not 2 weeks after I start talking to them, and I'm immediately trying to. I'm certainly not talking to them for 2 hours a day on FaceTime. I treat them like I would treat anybody else that I met. We check in, have a little, boom, boom, pow, little conversation. I'm going. 2 hours every night on FaceTime? Hell no. Ain't doing that. So, a little too eager. He's 44. He's handsome. And he works with kids. Any woman is probably going off of that. So, it doesn't make sense. It needs to make sense to me why he's in this situation. To like even pursue.
I don't know why.
Doesn't make sense.
I ask?
You don't need to ask anything. It just doesn't make, my antennas go up and shit don't make sense. That don't make sense. By
the way, I live in Chicago. He's coming to Chicago to meet me.
I know. Just a pretty boy handsome or more masculine is what she asked.
He's he has a nice smile. He's dark, cute. Yeah, no, I think he's like pretty boy handsome for 44. He's cute enough for me. He's cute enough for me to talk to him if he's 44. Yeah, if he's 44 and because I'm also thinking in the back of my mind that like I do rather be with someone closer to my age. I'm 30. I'll be 30. So I'm 29. I'll be 30 in the next month. And I want to find somebody that, that is closer to my age too. But yeah, he has like his own, he's paying his mortgage and that's what he's doing. And he's a therapist. So he works with kids and then he has his own,
Don't build a fantasy.
Therapist.
Don't be you might be.
I'm not trying to build a fantasy. I'm just trying to like.
I know you aren't, but I can tell.
Do I want to be with that, or do I want to be with like? Because that's what I'm obviously thinking about too. It's like, what do I get out of this? Like being with a 44-year-old man. Right. He almost can't have kids. So I'm thinking like, what do I get out of this at the end of this stuff? Because if not, I could just be with somebody younger who's has a little more, or even just more active, more closer to my age. I won't have to think about. Any problems when it comes to having kids like that, just naturally. So I'm thinking about what is the value that I'm getting out of this with a 44-year-old man. I feel like he senses that too.
Yeah, it doesn't make the economics of it doesn't make sense. The behavior doesn't make sense.
So what do you think I should ask or find out? Come on, Marquette.
What you can do, you can. It's not about asking questions, right? I told y'all, like asking questions ain't really that's not the method because people can lie to you. And you're asking your questions to a therapist. He's gonna know what you're asking the questions for. So, if you really want to entertain, you see, like you gotta trust me, love. Like I know what I'm doing here. You can like just meet him in person. If he's coming to you and it's convenient, no harm, right? Meet him in person, see, and then come back and then update us. But I don't like the whole like I would like to. He's already trying like seeing this as a relationship. I don't like that because if he was someone, think about this. I'm pursuing you because I want a relationship. I'm handsome and work with kids, and I ain't got no kids. Okay, a guy who moves like that ain't single at 44. Think about it. So you mean to tell me you the type of person, handsome, work with kids, got your stuff together, 44 years old, and you pursuing this girl like this quickly. If you really were like that, you would not be single at 44.
Yeah,
you would have
like
been
if
had
you were
somebody.
Pursuing someone quickly.
Exactly.
Like
if that's how you really carry it, if you really carry it like that, you would have been in something.
You know what you were saying about how you were dating a therapist and how they get very like when you get into some sort of conversation or conflict with them, it can be complicated. I've already had like two like arguments with him. And I was like, okay, like this is probably why he's single.
What happened?
For a second, I thought to myself, I'm like, because he does deal with it felt like I was a client in that moment. And I'm like, yeah, like you got some things to learn, like to work on as well. Like, I know I'm not crazy.
Right. What was give me context. What was the situation?
I mean, it was just about perspective. Oh, okay. Well, definitely about the beginning of our interaction. I mean, of our encounter. He already expected me to trust him so fast, but wait, let me think about the context. So it was mainly about me. I was just trying to gain. Oh, it was about his last name. Okay, so pretty much I told him that I really wanted to know like what his last name was, and he was like, "I'm fine with sharing you my last name, but will you give me your last name?" And I was like, I had to explain to him like, as a woman, no, because you're the one who's trying to pursue me and I'm allowing you to pursue me, but I want to be able to, like, I guess know more information about him, and I don't feel comfortable doing that. It's not safe, yada, yada, yada. I didn't think I had to explain that part. And he was fine with giving it to me, but it was just, there was a lot of back and forth, and And at that point, you know, he felt like he already deserved or earned, or he was entitled to my trust, I guess, of knowing that he's already a good guy. But in reality, I'm like, no, like, I just, you know, I'm not going to give you it was a fair thing. Like, he was trying to make sure that I was always being fair. And there are moments where I'm not, I guess, like with the whole picture thing, for instance, like when he had asked me, like, when I told him, like, yeah, take a picture of you showing my name in the image, he's like, okay, yeah, I'll do it, but you have to do it too. And I didn't do it. But I instead, like, asked him for his number, and I got his number, and then I FaceTimed him so that I didn't have to send him a picture of me holding his username. So he's just kind of feeling like, you know, Manny, I don't think you're being fair in a lot of things. You feel like it's kind of like your way all the time. And I understood his point. I understood why he felt that way, but it just didn't apply in this context. And I thought that he would have been more open-minded to understand that you're a stranger. You don't have your name on TikTok. You don't have a profile picture. You've done what I've asked you to do, but, you know, I want your last name. And I don't feel like I need.
Does he post content?
What'd you say?
Does he post content?
No, he had nothing.
I don't even like not having a profile picture, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was like that. You know, it's like that gray image. So we got in. So
does he have any, like? How many
like,
people does he follow?
Like 21 or something. 21 pictures. He's not even. He doesn't like to be on social media. He's not on social media. That's another thing.
Fuck out of here.
Which is fine.
I don't want to hear nobody.
I don't do that for my profession.
Listen, I don't want to hear nothing about people don't like being on social media if they're DMing someone on social media. That's bullshit. Buddy just made that profile more than likely.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Following 21 people and you're DMing on social media, so you know the interest.
I mean, I'm just making that up, but he doesn't have no big following. He's just like, you know, like. I mean, I could check, but I don't want to get off this live. So, yeah, it's like he probably, he just probably has like, I checked, yeah, I don't remember, but it's not that many, a lot of follows or nothing.
Yeah, the follows are what I would look at because it's like, that kind of indicates how long they've been up here. 20-something follower, like following 20-something people. That's a fresh account. That's a fresh account.
I love the community. They like... They're making me laugh.
I be feeling like a woman sometimes where I'm putting this shit together. You know, women be detectives and shit. Well, that's a fresh account. You following 20-something people on TikTok? Hell no. And then you know the intricacies of like DMing on TikTok? Nah, you've been up here. So, yeah, I don't buy that.
They said he got a wife. Do you think he has a wife, Marquette?
I don't know, but it's something going on.
Right?
Something's going on. So I take back the whole let him come to Chicago shit.
Wow.
I take that back. I just don't like the clues that we're looking at. I don't like it. A gut feeling I don't like it. Just off of the aggression of the pursuit and then him being fixated on like I want to make this work. Off what premise? Like what have y'all you ain't met the person yet. So then I'm thinking a therapist should know that.
Like he wants to know if he wants to like pursue it into like into something romantic or just being friends. No, that's what I mean by that.
Fuck that friendship. Nope, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Ain't nobody.
Well,
listen.
No, I know that.
The more attractive you are, the less likely anyone's pursuing you for friendship. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're a good-looking girl, man. Yeah. There ain't nobody trying to be friends with you. Ain't no man. If you see me being like, Manny, let's be friends, tell me to shut the fuck up. Because that's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. So it's like, no.
No, of course. That's just him, like, putting me on that placeholder side if things don't... At least with him saying that, that's how I took it. I was kind of like, okay, he's trying to see if he's trying to pursue me or trying to put me in some different box. But I think... yeah, I don't know. It's kind of different. Yeah. I've never done this before.
I mean, again, you can. It's not. It's not
imagine I get in your DMs on TikTok and then I have like everything private and then I send you a picture with my name. I mean, with your name, with my face.
Right.
Yeah, you probably would think I'm weird.
Like
You probably-
unprompted.
It's so different because he's a man. No, I'm trying to understand this too. I don't know why he would be doing that.
Yeah, he just finds you to be attractive. That's all. And if he did have somebody, then it's like, what time do y'all talk for 2 hours every night?
We could talk during the day. I mean, we'll talk. We'll talk around like 6 p.m., 5 p.m. We'll talk sometimes at 9, 8. Sometimes we talk in the mornings. But mainly after work. So like after 3. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like, some of the ladies are asking for his names. So they could do some research on your behalf. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not, I don't have enough data to tell you absolute no, but directionally, I always trust my gut. This just don't sound good. It don't make sense. When things don't make sense,
So
for me, it's an automatic
how do you
no.
feel about like how do you feel about like him seeing his family, taking care of his parents, like that aspect? Because that's something that I am seeing. Like he's putting eye drops on his mom and on his, he's helping out his dad who has dialysis and stuff. Like, like I don't know. Like, how do you?
No,
If I'm seeing that,
no,
you don't take that into consideration that he works for a school with children. You know what I'm saying? You don't care about that?
No.
Okay.
Pastors cheat on their wives.
That's fair.
They baptize people in the water, then they go hop in something else wet. You wouldn't think it, but it happens. So you got to look at like how they are relationally. That's what I'm focused on. How are you relationally? Because that's going to be the experience that you have with this person. Just because they have other good qualities, okay, that's great. That's why you can like, you hear women being like, all my friends are single. They're like amazing women. No, they're amazing friends. You don't know them romantically. They probably are popping tires. You don't know what the fuck they do with some dick get up in them. So it's like, it's a different dynamic. So he could be great with kids. Don't mean he's going to be great in a relationship. 2 different things. 2 very different things. So, yeah, that's not everything that I'm asking you is focused on relational matters. It don't add up. Again, I don't like being confused because I know something is there. So if you tell me that he's like pursuing you with this much conviction and then he's 44, it doesn't make sense to me why somebody who coming with that type of energy would still be single at 44, unmarried, no kids. Doesn't make any sense. He doesn't know you. He saw you on TikTok and decided to DM you. Yeah, I don't care how long y'all talk on FaceTime, he still don't know you. You got to have a embodied experience with a person. Get your nervous system around their nervous system to really connect with them. You talked about the trust thing as well, which was really just like him not seeing things from your perspective. Like, was he trying to convince you that you should trust him, or was it just a matter of like, oh, this isn't a fair situation?
Wait, can you repeat that last part?
The trust part. So was he trying to convince you or tell you that you should trust him, or was it more so he was just saying that this wasn't a fair situation?
Yeah, just that it wasn't a fair situation.
Okay, good.
I think he's just like internalizing it, like as if like he's not to be trusted, but it's like he doesn't understand from another point of view. Like he thinks that my only response was because I'm a woman. He didn't really understand why I was saying because I'm a woman. That's why I'm not going to share that information yet.
Right.
And that was just strange because, yeah, I mean, I feel like usually men really kind of understand why right. We're protecting ourselves. Like
now listen, I'm not telling you to cut it off, but at least still get more data on the situation, right? So if it gets to the point to where you want him to fly out, I wouldn't suggest going to your place or anything, obviously, but get more data.
No, of course not.
Pay attention. Pay attention. and really look for how.
Like what? Yeah, what should I? But you said don't ask. It's not about asking questions, but what am I paying attention on to?
Just making observations, right? So like, how does he handle conflict? He already has a little bit of conflict with him. Okay, does he take accountability? Does he own the conflict, or does he kind of like little girl you like? You don't know what you're talking about because I'm older and I'm a therapist. You know, does his behavior change after conflict? Now, I'm not saying create conflict. I'm just saying when it organically happens. You know, and
But he also lives in a small town. This don't sound good, but like this sounds creepy. But he just doesn't live in Detroit. He don't live in which is why I'm kind of thinking like, okay, maybe, yeah, like there's nobody that he's into in that area. I don't know.
no,
Your face.
no, that's not it. Yeah,
Okay.
you can go one town over. It's an easily solvable problem. But yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, still engage if you want to, if you are enjoying it. But like, just don't.
So there's a guy that we have in common. He asked me if I knew him. And he only asked because he's someone like really, I guess, could be well known in Chicago. And my sister has had some conversations with him in the past, but she doesn't really know him. I asked her. But I'd be curious. I mean, do you think I should try to ask that person or no? Like some
You
info.
can if it's not about to go back to him. But I don't know. You still engage him. Have me on a walkie-talkie while next time you FaceTime. I'll listen in. I
Oh
don't
my
like
God.
that. I don't like that, man. You hear what he said? Hold on. Pause it real quick. Pause FaceTime. Motherfucker lying to you. He's lying.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, that was helpful. We'll see what where this goes.
Yeah, definitely give us an update because I want to see what other data is shared for sure. Get relational history, longest
So
relationship.
I'm supposed to, okay, I will. And I'm supposed to be meeting him on the 21st
How?
of August. He's coming to Chicago.
Okay.
He's going to take me out on a date.
Okay. All right.
So I'll update you guys after the 21st. Y'all lock in.
Definitely do. Definitely do. I'm looking forward too. I'm gonna DM you if I don't see you coming. All right.
Okay.
All right, man.
Alrighty. Well,
We'll
thank
talk
you
soon.
guys.
Absolutely love you. Take care.
Okay, bye.
What y'all thinking, chat? What y'all think the situation is? What y'all think the situation is? A scam? You think he's a narcissist? I don't think he's a kidnapper. He's not a therapist. What makes you think he's not a therapist? He's looking for cares for his parents. He's definitely not a therapist. Why do you think he's not a therapist? Because we don't have therapists at schools here in Michigan. Ooh, did you say that in the chat, Gina? Because I wouldn't know. We have counselors. Okay. That's that. Man, are you still here? You see what Gina just said? That's worth looking into. Oh, he's a counselor. Okay, so you just call him a therapist. She's beautiful. Her standards should be higher. So if she was chopped, she should have those standards. All right, so he's a counselor. No, I think she just said therapist because, yeah, counselor is different. It's different than a therapist, for sure. I don't believe he's lying about his job. The PE coach can be the counselor. Oh boy. He's moving too quick? Yes, he's moving too quick. With the everyday FaceTiming? Absolutely, way too fast. Absolutely way too fast. So before I ask, what's the biggest red flag y'all saw in that conversation? See if we got our thinking caps on. Yeah, one weekend you're already trying to link long distance. Mm-mm. It's more so the intention behind linking that fast. Like I'm trying to, lock this in, or not wanting to share his surname, okay? Talking about being serious too soon, okay? What's up, Mr. How fast he moving? Desperation, right? His reasoning about social media so fishy. Being entitled, okay? Meeting on TikTok. I don't think meeting on TikTok is that big a deal, but not having a profile pic and then DMing. No, I don't like that. 44, never married. Yeah, 44, 29, that's the age. I don't think he said he wasn't online. I think that she was saying that he's not online. She just putting pieces together because he doesn't post anything. He doesn't know her well enough to even be this invested just yet. Plus, at the age gap, exactly, right? So whenever people are super invested that quickly, normally is their fantasy projecting. So they have a fantasy of you in their head. And that's what they're pursuing. Not you as a person, but they're pursuing that image that they have of you in their head. Man, switch accounts. No, he told me he's not on Instagram or TikTok like that. That's the Manny I know. Your profile picture looks like Tomb Raider. He doesn't have social media. I don't trust it. I don't trust somebody saying they don't have social media and they're pursuing on social media. I don't trust that. When shit don't make sense, the antennas got to go up. Everything need to make sense. Even my mom got a Facebook, right? Don't make sense, man. Don't make sense. She's pretty and get someone better and younger. Yeah, man, he is very pretty. I need her to meet him with the Catfish Crew so we can. But the Catfish Crew is crazy. Better get Neve on the case. He's not a therapist, Bree. He's a counselor. You've been catfished? I was catfished too. My catfish checked up on me damn near 10 years later. Hey, I know it's been a long time, but just checking up on you. You talk to me. You know what you did to me. I was heartbroken. I said, why does this girl never want to talk on the phone? Very interesting. This was back in MySpace days. What's her name? Nicole Blasian. That's why they leave a bad taste in my mouth to this day. Oh, I don't know who it was. I just know that was not her. at all. Trying to talk on the phone tonight? No, me and my sister going swimming. Oh, okay. You trying to talk on the phone tonight? No, I got camp. Oh, okay. Trying to talk on the phone tonight? No, I gotta go to Food Line. Bitch, why don't you never want to talk? What the hell's going on here? Statistically, one of these answers should be yes by now. I'm noting a pattern. A lot of no's when it comes to talking on that phone. What is going on here? And you still had to see her in person, huh? Oh, no, I didn't. I never did see her in person. I just know it was a catfish. This was before the MTV days. I'm older. I was like in high school. Actively in high school. But my MySpace was lit. Let me tell you. MySpace was lit. I used to make videos on MySpace back in the day. I had people from other schools recognizing me and shit. I used to make little skits up there. But there was no algorithm to push them out back then. So you just had to like, somebody shared your shit and other people saw it. My shit was decked out. Ooh, whiskey. You want to see the profile pic I had on MySpace? Hold on, let's see if I can find it. This is my main profile pic on MySpace. Who was that? Oh, okay. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know who I thought I was. But you couldn't tell me shit back then. You couldn't tell me nothing back then. This is the MySpace photo. And I wore that coat to high school, by the way. Rain, sleet, or snow, the coat gonna go. The coat is gonna go. Spilling myself in this shit. Absolutely. Had the Pepe Le Pew. The Pepe Le Pew mustache. Yeah. Good times. Anyway. What was that? Okay. Ella in the video with J-Lo. All right. Like Lloyd album cover. Right. It was on it back then, man. On it. And I also used to like try to dress up and shit in high school too. Like, if y'all ain't seen me with hair before, I'll wear shit like that to school. I remember this is when like Neo was big. And he used to like dress up a lot. I said, I'm gonna dress up like that motherfucker too. Wear ties and shit in high school. I'm gonna be different. I cringe now. Now I cringe. Suited and booted, right? Yeah, I was on that MySpace. But she catfished the hell out of me. I would love to know who the pictures were of and check and see what she's up to. See what she is up to. Yeah, sure. DM. I don't know. Where did she? I don't know if she emailed me, found me on Facebook. It was hella many years later. Maybe she still messages on MySpace or something. I don't remember. I just remember it was hella long. She wrote this long message. Reverse Google search. I don't even have access to the MySpace anymore. Appreciate you, Vaseline. I got in trouble on MySpace. MySpace used to have me an anxious wreck, bro. You get shorty in school and she put you in that top 8, you in the number 1 spot. number one seed. I'm like, hey. And she meets somebody else. And you drop down a peg. Hold on. Number two. What the hell happened, baby? Who's this? Chad. The new nigga from school who just moved here? Oh, you move fast. Number three, you start panicking when you drop a roll. When you drop that motherfucking roll, damage control. Damage control. What is going on? Do we need to talk? What is happening? And then you completely off that motherfucker. It's like, whoa, it's like that. You just playing musical chairs with the shit. I don't even know if I like you like that no more. That's how you hold it? And that's probably why I got anxiety now. Yeah, I used to freak out over that. Jasmine, just talk to me, Jasmine. We can fix this. That was my high school crush's name. Her name was Jasmine. Quite big now, so those days are over. Just about every woman I went to high school, it's just they lost it. Oh my God. What happened, baby? You ain't got no kids. At least have some kids, because then it makes sense. Oh, yeah, kids, I get it. I understand, right? I get it. Childless. You just eating for the sport. So, unfortunate. All right, what kind of last minute questions do we have before I get out of here? Most people let themselves go out of high school. That's why I'm glad I ain't peak in high school, man, because I was chubby in high school. Fine wine time now, baby. Gotta optimize. The older, the better. Kind of. You want to experience like the benefits from the back end, not necessarily the front end. I think it could be a curse if you peak or get too good too quick. You know? Get too good too quick. Like you super like cool and popular in middle school, high school, shit like that. You don't really got the drive to achieve more than excel. I was late bloomer, same. Well, I was late bloomer psychologically. Yeah, I didn't think I was attractive in high school. Till like senior year. The evidence was too overwhelming by then. It's too much evidence by then. But before then, hell no. Think our generation looks better as we get older? Yes. Yes, because Gen Z is, oh boy, what's going on with them? What is going on with them? Quite old. Looking quite old. Are you married? No. Looking quite old, brother. Like, Jesus Christ. Is time speeding up? What is happening? Both genders, too. I seen a motherfucker on TikTok. You know what I learned, bro? At the right age of 25. 25? I was about to comment before I heard that. Like, yeah, bro. They ain't got like we used to have it back then. You 25 looking like that. Old ass face. Trauma face. Civil rights face. I don't get it. They say it was like we had more preservatives in our food or some shit like that. So I don't know how true that is, but 15-year-olds looking like they're 25 now. Right. Be careful, mister. Don't incriminate yourself. You corrected that really quickly, didn't you, Ariana? I look 12 and I'm 28. Well, let's not be hyperbolic. You look 27 and 3/4. That's what I give you. Very nice 27 and 3/4 though. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. No one believes my age. I didn't believe your age, Miss Dimples. Now you one didn't believe. I didn't believe that. I'm like, really? Even energetically, it's different. I only date 30 plus. Talk to him, mister. How old are you, mister? I cannot say I only date 30 plus. So, more power to you, brother. I certainly would do 27 and 3/4. 35? Okay. Okay. All right, mister. 35. Good stuff. A little young for CC's taste, I would say. I know CC told me that her type is Michael B. Jordan. What do y'all think about that? CC was like, I never dated my type before. I was like, well, CC, what's your type? She's like, Michael B. Jordan. And the Mods are beefing because Kiana is not attracted to Michael B. Jordan at all. So she thinks he's hideous. CC takes personal offense because that's her type, of course. So it's quite interesting beef we have in the mod chat. My type is based on personality. I would agree with that. I don't really have a physical type. Personality, though, is very important. Very important. Well, what, Hannah? He's not bad looking, but I don't get the obsession. Oh. Well, Cece is happy to hear y'all do not like her man like that. So please keep saying how he's hyped up. I'm sure she's smiling from ear to ear. Hannah, I don't have a type. Relax. I'm now thinking I know what you're getting at. You've seen women that I've talked to. They don't look the same. Can any of the moms back me up on this? Kiana? Cece? Eva? Mark, you don't have a type like petite, pretty face? Pretty faces, sure. Petite? There's been a pattern of that. How would y'all define my type then? Since you know everything, got your damn degree. You too, CJ? You have a general aesthetic? Okay, I can agree with that. A general aesthetic. I was about to bring up some photos and do an assessment real quick. Talk to him, Danny. I think definitely young and soft-spoken is your type. You like them thick? I don't mind it, but I don't really seek that out. I can pick them out at this point. Well, do so then, if you can pick them out. Young? I don't think he likes him young. Younger. that's not really a big deal. I don't really care about that. I like an age cap though. I don't want too much older than me. How old are you? I'm 36. Definitely not anxious. Definitely not anxious. This ain't about. I already see the question starting. This ain't. I'm about to get off. So I didn't mean to open up that door, but Maz, we must discuss this type thing because I would like to know how y'all would describe it. I'm very curious. I've always prided myself on not really having an aesthetic type. I might review some game footage. About to review some game footage. We've already discussed this. I don't think so. You like very emotionally intelligent women? Yeah, I do like sweethearts for sure. Funny. I have more of a psychological type than anything. All I know is they gotta be fit. I do tend to lean more to the fit aesthetic. I'm not gonna lie. That's because I'm in the gym, man. Your lady gotta be in the gym too. Psychological type as in, how would I describe it? It's hard to describe. I like to be intellectually stimulated. I'm actually trying to determine if that's a nice to have or a need to have, to be honest. For those of you who like to be intellectually stimulated, just know that tends to select for avoidantly attached people, if that's something that you require. Not saying that only avoidantly attached people can intellectually stimulate you. That's not what I'm saying. It tends to increase the odds that you select for avoidantly attached people. It's a need to have for you. A need to have. Nobody wants a slow turtle for the rest of their life. When I say intellectually stimulated, I don't mean someone who's the opposite of that is somebody who's stupid. No. You gotta understand. Look at how you watch me on this live. What do you think would intellectually stimulate me? Someone who doesn't intellectually stimulate me is not stupid. It's just, for me, they may not intellectually stimulate me, but then intellectually stimulate somebody else. It's a nice to have. I'm still debating. She has to match your wit. Yeah. You know, the way that I've described it is she doesn't have to be super intellectually stimulating, because I also like funny women too. So if I enjoy my time around, that's a big one. But she has to at least understand the things that I talk about and be curious. As long as she can understand it and is curious, that's enough for me. I don't need you to teach me shit, right? Now, if you can, great. But I don't need it. I don't think I need it. I don't need it. Something about teaching is more being able to have intellectual conversation and not be lost. Right. So it's yeah, that's a better way of explaining it. Not necessarily teach, but yeah, you can follow. Just follow along. A lot of people can't follow along, man. A lot of people, man, they be lost in the sauce. Don't know what's happening. And I'm I can't do this. Dating super intellectual people can be annoying, self-driven. Right. It's not even intellectual either. I'm not an intellectual. I view myself as I've always wanted to be wise. I wanted wisdom, not intellect. I mean, intellect too, you get what I'm saying? But more so things I know is more practical. I've dated women who are Snapple caps. where they can just tell you facts about shit. The sun is this many degrees. I don't give a fuck about that. It's just hot today. What you telling me that for? What am I supposed to do with that information? Talking about how hot it is. You telling me how hot the sun is. Now I'm about to be hot in a different way because I got an attitude. It's too hot for this conversation. Now it feels hotter because you told me how hot the fucking sun is. You understand my dilemma? I'm feeling psychosomatic heat in this bitch because you just told me how hot the fucking sun is. Now you see what I just did there? You see how that joke I just made? Some women would not understand what I just said, and I would not be attracted to them anymore. If I just did that little like comedic ramble on like a date or some shit like that, and she would just looked at me, I'd be like, okay, well, we're not gonna work out. We're not gonna work out, obviously. It's not going to work between us, love, so yeah. It's brain bachata, yeah. That's how I just looked at my phone. That's my anti-type. Someone that doesn't have a sense of humor. The worst thing to say to me is like, that's inappropriate. Yeah. Completely turned off. Completely turned off. Oh my God. See, that's really what it is. It's like the dichotomy of intellectual stimulation or how enjoyable you are / sense of humor. Best people got both. Rarely find that. Rarely find that. You're boring? Why do you say you're boring? I'm so inappropriate. My patients love it. Right. Them be the best people, man. Say some off the wall shit. Knee slapper. How did my drawers get down there? Just left you out of your drawers. When did my hangs hit the floor? This was not a part of the plan. But now that we're here, you know? Compromise is inevitable though. Right. That's why I try to like have like the need to have a nice to have list. So you know what can be compromised. If a woman tells you she's a slow burner, does that mean she's not into you? What was the contest? Have y'all been talking for a while? Have y'all been on dates? Has there been any kind of physical escalation? Context matters here. I want to see if it's valid or just an excuse. I love a sprinkle of inappropriateness during conversations. I feel that. I used to say I was a slow burner when I first joined this live. All right, are you taking any more requests? No, I'm about to get off in a minute. Why did you think you were a slow burner, Hen? I'm certainly not. When I like you, I like you. We're talking for 1 month. We've been on 2 dates. And what was the context where she brought that up? CC definitely ain't no slow burner. Ain't it right, CC? Because I was struggling to connect with anyone unless it had been months, 4 to 6 months connecting with someone. Oh nah, I would have hit the eject button on your ass. In the Batmobile, you would have went flying 4 to 6 months to connect. Hell no. You in relationship territory at that point. I find them physically attractive but struggle to escalate. What do you mean you struggle to escalate? Wouldn't they be the one escalating? Physically, at least? I guess I'm a non-burner. What does that mean, Eva? How do you feel about casual dating? It's not for me, but I feel like you want a relationship, just don't even entertain it. You kind of get the connection that you're oriented for, right? So if you're someone who wants a relationship or marriage or stuff like that, you should just only entertain that. But you have people who want that, but then they also want to, like, you know, you're gonna get mixed results. Just if you want a relationship, just focus on that. If you want a relationship, get into alignment. So we about to have a mod pod according to Danny, so I might get off here if you want to hop over there. I did, but looking back, I think I just wasn't emotionally available yet. That's more likely what it was, Hannah. You weren't even available. Me and my mods have a private live that we get on. All right, people. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off now. If you're new here, make sure to follow. I go live twice a day, noon Eastern time and 9 p.m. Eastern time, except on Sundays. So I won't see y'all tomorrow, but I will see y'all Monday. If you want to watch the replays of these lives, I stream them on YouTube. Link in bio for that is at The Signal Dating. The book is coming along nicely. Also remember Dallas. We're going to Dallas. August 14th and the 17th, me and the crew going to Dallas. August 14th through the 17th. We got people from the chat coming through. B&B is full. There's no B&B access. But Saturday we have an itinerary plan, so if you're trying to link up and meet, let me know. I'll send the itinerary your way. And if you want coaching, DM me the word coach. I'll send you a link to book your coaching call, all right? All right, people. Enjoy your Saturday evening. Appreciate the mods. Appreciate the chat. I will see you all Monday. Y'all take care.